listening to the Positive Professional Podcast with your host, me, Tracy Yvonne. This podcast is a weekly conversation about all things mental health, self-care, and wellness. And there'll be sprinkles of positivity, mindfulness, and guided meditations. Welcome back to Season 5, Episode 17. Today, May 27th, means it's Memorial Day. And I'm going to take a pivot from my normal mental health and wellness topics, and I'm going to explore the rich and diverse stories that have shaped our nation. Today, I'm going to be delving into the origins of Decoration Day, which was first observed by formerly enslaved people in South Carolina, its evolution into what we now know as Memorial Day. I'll also discuss why it's crucial to acknowledge and preserve African American contributions to this significant part of our history. So, let's get started. The story of Memorial Day begins in Charleston, South Carolina, in the aftermath of the Civil War. On May 1st, 1865, a group of approximately 10,000 freed African Americans, including women and children, gathered at the former Confederate prison camp. This site, known as Washington Race Course and Jockey Club, has been used to imprison Union soldiers, many of whom died of disease and malnutrition. These freedmen and women organized a ceremony to honor the Union soldiers who had died there. They reburied the soldiers' bodies, which had been hastily buried in mass graves, giving them proper burials. They decorated the graves with flowers, held a parade, and conducted a ceremony that included singing hymns and reading from the Bible. This act of remembrance and respect is considered one of the earliest, if not, and it is the first, Decoration Day observances. The observance in Charleston set a precedent that began to spread across the United States. On May 5, 1868, General John A. Logan, leader of the Organization for Northern Civil War Veterans, called the Grand Army of the Republic, proclaimed May 30th as Decoration Day. This date was chosen because it was not the anniversary of any particular battle, allowing all communities to honor their fallen soldiers. The first large-scale observance was held that year at Arlington National Cemetery. These ceremonies included speeches, the laying of flowers, and other acts of remembrance. Both Confederate and Union soldiers were honored, reflecting a nation that was trying to heal from divisions. Initially, Decoration Day was primarily a Northern tradition, with Southern states holding their own commemorations on different dates. However, as the United States engaged in subsequent conflicts, the holiday's scope expanded. After World War I, Decoration Day evolved to honor all American military personnel who had died in any war, not just the Civil War. This marked a significant shift in the holiday's focus, uniting a nation in a collective act of remembrance for all soldiers from all conflicts. The Red Poppy, inspired by the World War I poem In Flanders Field by John McCrae, became a symbol of this broader commemoration. The transition from Decoration Day to Memorial Day was gradual. The name Memorial Day began to be used more commonly after World War II. In 1967, the federal government officially recognized Memorial Day as the holiday's name. In 1968, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which established Memorial Day as the last Monday in May, creating a 3-day weekend for federal employees. This change aimed to encourage a greater observance of the holiday and allowed for more Americans to participate in commemorative activities. It is also unofficially marked the beginning of summer, blending solemn remembrance with a time of relaxation and family gatherings. And I'm going to share more in the next segment. As we commemorate Memorial Day, it's essential to recognize the contributions of African Americans to its origins. The 1865 observance in Charleston, organized by formerly enslaved people, underscores a significant role that my ancestors, African Americans, played in honoring and remembering those who fought for their freedom. Erasing these contributions from history not only diminishes the richness of our national narrative, but also overlooks the resiliency and agency of African Americans in shaping our country. Acknowledging this history helps us to understand the full context of Memorial Day and ensures that we honor all who have contributed to our nation's legacy. Today, Memorial Day is observed with a variety of traditions that blend solemn remembrance to patriotic celebration. Parades featuring veterans and military units are common, along with public ceremonies at cemeteries and monuments. Some Americans observe a moment of silence at 3 p.m. local time, known as the National Moment of Remembrance. In addition to these public commemorations, personal acts of remembrance continue. Families visit cemeteries to place flowers and flags on graves of loved ones who served in the military. Communities often organize events to educate younger generations about the sacrifices made by those who served. Memorial Day serves as a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made by military personnel throughout American history. It is a time for reflection, gratitude, and national unity. The holiday encourages us to honor the past while fostering a sense of shared purpose and commitment to the values for which so many have given their lives. In recent years, efforts have been made to emphasize the day's original intent amid its broader cultural celebrations. Campaigns to remember the reason for Memorial Day aim to ensure that the true significance of the holiday is not overshadowed by the start of summer festivities. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of Decoration Day and Memorial Day. As we enjoy the long weekend and gather with friends and family, let's take a moment to honor and remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Let us also remember the crucial role that African Americans played in originating this day of remembrance. Thanks for listening and supporting this podcast. And make sure you're clicking the like and subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Stay safe, be well, and don't forget to be the best version of you.